Spider-Man, he debuted in Amazing Fantasy in August 1962, but he didn't go on to get his own storyline or his own title until March 1963. Yes. What is up, visuals? Rock that intro. Welcome back to Superhero Wednesday. Now today, I have a video which I've been wanting to do for a while. I just didn't know if it would be a good idea, but do you know what? Now I'm thinking it will be a good idea, and I'm going to tell you why Spider-Man is my favourite superhero of all time and why I think he's the greatest hero of all time. So definitely let me know in the comments below who your favourite hero is, why you might think Spider-Man sucks, why you also think he's your favourite or know he's your favourite, whatever you want to tell us, and hopefully I give some good points as to why I really love the guy. All that being said, guys, we just hit 50 subscribers a couple of days ago. Thank you so much. Just continue to hit that like button and subscribing. I'm really happy with what we're doing at the channel and stuff at the minute. So thank you everybody that's been watching and subscribed and stuff. And let's talk about why I love Spider-Man. The first reason isn't really a big reason, but I think it's safe to say, not necessarily now, but definitely when I was a kid, so much overexposure to Spider-Man. Everything was Spider-Man. You got your Spider-Man shoes, book bags, lunchbox, pencil case, action figures, mugs. Everything was overexposure. I think when I was a kid, it was either Batman or Spider-Man was definitely like everywhere. That's the only heroes you really got to choose from. Now it's a lot different with the movies and stuff. Kids have got pretty much every superhero to choose from. So overexposure did play a big part in me going straight for Spider-Man. The origin story. Now, I'd say Batman's probably got the most popular origin story, or maybe the coolest to most, but definitely the most cool and wicked or whatever one for me is Spider-Man's. I love the nerdy kid, gets bit by a spider, gains these amazing awesome powers, but you know, he's still at school and he can't really show them because, you know, he doesn't want people to put two and two together and say you were weak, now you're strong. Him as a character, Peter Parker, was more relatable to most. That for me, like Bruce Wayne, I don't know any super duper rich people that unfortunately have lost parents or anything. But Spider-Man, you always sort of knew a kid that was really shy and timid, was a really cool person, but maybe got picked on or bullied every now and then. So I thought it was a more relatable story, and I loved everything about it. I loved that he eventually got these amazing powers, what he had to go through with Uncle Ben to truly understand what these powers mean and what he needs to do with these powers. Everything just sort of fell into place really nicely for me. I've been able to read a lot of Spider-Man stories and comics and stuff throughout the years. I've read a lot of people's stories, and a lot of people do have amazing stories, but Peter Parker's, Spider-Man's, always really fit in and sunk with me. You got stuff like the debut of the symbiote suit, Secret Wars. You've got stuff like more recent, the Superior Spider. You've got ages ago, you got the Public Enemy storyline. You've got his debut in Amazing Fantasy. There was just so many great. His role in Civil War, that was really cool. How he was torn apart and stuff. I don't know. I've always gravitated more, and I thought his stories were more captivating, and they sucked me in more. And I like the fact that a lot of superheroes are just like Batman. He's a guy, but he always feels like he's up for the challenge. Whereas Spider-Man, he's really powerful, but every battle he's in, it's always sort of like an uphill battle. There's a struggle, and you feel like you go through every struggle with him. Now, I know that is the case with some other characters, but I feel like he brings it out the most. So you're reading along with him, and all this bad stuff, whatever it might be, is happening to him. And it's slowly notching his way there, and you're like, is he going to get there? Is he going to get there? And you get there, and you just think, at the end of whatever you're reading, or whichever story arc it is, you're like, wow, yes. And again, I'm comparing him to Batman because I would say Batman's DC's main man, and Spider-Man's Marvel's main man. In fact, no, I'm going to guarantee Spider-Man is Marvel's main man. Maybe not with the films at the minute, but he is the face of Marvel. But anyway, Batman has a brilliant lineup of villains. Some may say the best. But for me, Spider-Man has the best lineup of villains. I mean, you've got people like Kraven the Hunter, Venom, Green Goblin, Dr. Octo, Sandman, the Lizard, Carnage. The list is just enormous and just keeps going and going and going. And plus, he's got other people that he's clashed with. You've got like the Juggernaut, Hydra Man, many of the Avengers villains. I was going to say allies, but many of the Avengers villains. I've always been captivated by Spidey's villains because they've always felt on the same level, if not better than him. So like I said, with the uphill struggle type stuff, like him and Venom, every time him and Venom, or him and Carnage got it, I lose my Maximum Carnage and Minimum Carnage and stuff. I absolutely adored reading that lot, and I think it's just gone really dark. I do apologise. But yeah, the villains, and then I get really invested in them. Venom's backstory, Dr. Octo's backstory, the Lizard's backstory, all of it, it just feels so... Oh... It just feels like a comic book fan's wet dream. I'm going to just say that. It really does. Again, comparing him with Batman, yeah, the Joker... He probably is the biggest villain of all time. It's hard to argue against that, and it's great to get invested in his backstory. But I don't get enough from it, like enough satisfaction about finding more about him than I do, say, when I first learned about Venom. Same with like Bane, or let's go for another bad guy. You know, the Red Skull, Baron Zemo, the Mandarin, all of these other villains. I like to learn about them and getting their backstory. But when it comes to the Spider villains, the coin flipped and it felt like a completely different way. I was looking at these bad guys and why they're being bad guys. I don't know if this is making sense. I'm really bad at explaining stuff, but yeah, for me, Spider-Man's villains are the best. And again, a lot of superheroes and villains have costume variants, but Spider-Man's does it for me. We all remember Bagman. Bagman's Spidey was awesome. But you got like Future Foundation armor or suit. You've got Iron Spider, like I said, Bagman. You've got the Sinister Six armor, the stealth suit. Then you've got like the Scarlet Spider stuff, and then you can start going on that kind of route with the other spiders. So coming off what I was just saying about the costumes, like Scarlet Spider, you've got so many other spiders in the Spider-Verse. We've got our Spider-Man, we've got Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, you've got like Spider-Gwen in more recent times, there's Spider-Ham, Spider-UK. Literally, if you go look at every Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse, it is a huge, huge amount. Spider-Man Noir, there's just absolutely so many of them. And it's great, if you get a bit bored of Peter Parker as Spider-Man, you can go learn about these other spiders. It's friggin' fantastic. And again, like other superheroes, but Spider-Man, Peter Parker's had his vulnerabilities, he's had his low moments. We all remember Gwen Stacy dying at the hands of the Green Goblin, and then, whether you liked it or not, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 film, I cried like a son of a gun when the clock hit the issue number of when she died and stuff, and Ben dying. Spider-Man for me is always having a hard time, and if any of you guys read Avengers vs X-Men AVX, his little role that he had when he defended the Avengers and he took on, who was it again? I can't remember now. Colossus was in there, Cyclops was in there. I think he took on the most of the X-Men that were infected. He had the Phoenix Force, got done in. I don't know, he just got the biggest heart out of all the heroes for me. Hopefully I did a good job selling my main man there. He's actually also the only superhero that I've got fully tattooed. I've got the Batman symbol, but I've got Spider-Man actually tattooed. But yeah, these videos, I don't like to sit and write down and say, write down what I should say and when I should say it. I like to just come straight from the heart to you guys, and maybe you get a better understanding of why I like him, or maybe it comes across as absolute mumble jumble, which I hope it doesn't. I hope you guys do enjoy listening to me, because we did a Pokemon Styly type video like this last week, and maybe I should do more of them. But I hope I got the point across to you, and if I didn't, I do apologise. I'm sorry. I'll try harder next time. But yeah, a lot of people ask me why Spider-Man's my favourite, and I usually would just start cracking somewhere, so I haven't got the whole time to explain why. I really do hope I got the point across. I really want to make this video quite good. Hopefully it did. If it did, you know, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know. I am more than happy to do why I absolutely hate Superman. Superman, if you don't already know, is the superhero that I hate the most. I'll do a video on why I hate him the most if you want. It's completely up to you. But thank you guys so much for watching anyway. Hopefully you guys stuck it out to the end. And once again, thank you for 50. You're all absolute amazing, bunch of legends. Thank you for helping me try and make this channel work. So, with that being said, there's a fucking fly. Oh my god. And we're talking about Spider-Man. This could not have ended more perfect. Actually, no, there's a fly in my room now. Fuck off.